Hi friends, my name's Aurora. I'm known as Mama Chicky in most of my platforms. I wanted to come on today and share with you how I get approved to sell on Whatnot. I currently am selling in the vintage clothes category, specifically in women's modern. And that category has started in the beginning of 2022. And currently I have been selling in that category for now about 3 or 4 months. So I originally started in the end of June. I got onboarded and had my first show at the end of June of 2022. And I wanted to really cover and go over my application experience, kind of what I ended up doing, how long it took, what the process was like, and maybe give you some information so you know what to expect. A little bit of background about me is I have been selling off and on eBay since 2008, but really being a full-time reseller since 2017. So I did have platforms that I was selling on prior to applying to Whatnot. Nothing with live selling, just reselling on various platforms. So this whole live selling was a brand new experience for me that I really wanted to try out and then I really was excited about. So I went ahead and I heard all just the chat about Whatnot, how everybody was talking about it, how it was going to be a great opportunity for resellers. And so I decided to go ahead and put in my application. And the application itself was quite straightforward, easy, I would say, to do. It took literally 15 minutes. I did it on my iPhone, sitting in my kitchen. It really wasn't a whole drawn out thing. But I think I did a couple things right, or probably what they expected me to do or to see, that ended up getting me approved. And I want to share that with you all. So I went ahead and applied. I had created an account on Whatnot. I had created my username, and then I had been shopping on Whatnot. And I decided, okay, this might be the place for me. I wanted to go ahead and sell on that platform. So I hit the link to apply to sell. And when I did that, it took me directly into the questions. It was pretty just seamless. It was pretty easy to do. So I went ahead and answered the questions. Some of the questions were, what are you selling? How long have you been selling? Really the history and getting to know you as a reseller. And I'm pretty sure that they wanted to make sure that it was a good fit, right? It was a good fit for the platform, for what it is that they were trying to achieve. And did you have the experience not only in selling, but customer service, and also being able to acquire inventory? Because that is a huge, I would say, obstacle for many sellers, is being able to get enough inventory to be able to sustain ongoing shows on Whatnot. Not only that, but you get to see a lot of people, and the customer service and personality part of it, I think, has a lot of weight and importance to it as well. So I did the application. One thing that I did do was when they ask, because they will ask you to show proof of your inventory, how much do you have, how much of it is available. I did take a quick video, and it wasn't an elaborate video. I was literally holding my phone and taking video of where I store all my inventory. I have my inventory in racks and in bins and totes, and it's all really well organized and really well inventoried. And so I just took a quick, maybe I would say 15-second video. I also had racks of inventory that hadn't been listed yet, and our death pile, and I took a quick video of the death pile in my area. And I just talked it through. Saying, this is my inventory. This is all I have. This is items that have been listed or available. And then I took a quick, I glanced over with my phone over the items that had not been listed. And I talked through it. And I said, these are the items that are available to sell. These are the items that have not been listed yet, and that would be available immediately to sell on Whatnot. So that was the extent of my video. That was it. Okay. I thought it was pretty seamless. I did link my eBay account, because my eBay account has had the longest time open than on my other platforms, and I have the most transactions in that platform, and I had really good customer service ratings. So I wanted to put my best foot forward per se, and so I wanted really to link the platform that I just thought showed the best picture of me and the overall performance that I'm really proud of in terms of my platforms. So I only linked eBay. I have no social media. I did not link any social media. It does ask for that, but I did not, because I really have not been active on social media and didn't really have a big following. I think at the time I might have had 600 followers on Instagram, and that is just from posting various things that really might or might not have to do with reselling. So I really didn't think that it was necessarily going to help me with the application. So I didn't link anything in terms of social media. So I went ahead and submitted it, and I was excited, and I kept going into the platform, and I kept, I was buying in the platform, and I was being social in the platform. And then I heard nothing. There was no response. There was no emails. There was nothing, you guys. It went on for about 10 to 12, 13 days. And by the 13th day, I was pretty discouraged. Like, I thought, I kept hearing that people were getting approved left and right, within a day, within 2 days. I kept hearing that. And I was hearing nothing, no response. I even went in to check my emails, and I checked like my junk mail or my spam files, thinking, oh my God, I know they messaged me. I should have heard something by now, because everybody's posting on their social medias how they've been approved, or they've heard back and they're onboarding and all these great things. And it had been literally almost 2 weeks and nothing. And sure enough, there was nothing in my spam. There was nothing in my junk email. And I'm going to be completely honest, I was a little discouraged, and I was just feeling like there's no way they're going to approve me. If they wanted me, and if they had seen what they wanted to see in terms of the, sellers and what they want in a seller, they would have approved me already. And I was kind of discouraged, and I didn't know what to do. And so I just stayed social on the platform. I was still buying. And I was making friends, and I was gaining followers as I was still there, and, just not really telling anyone that I was discouraged, really. And then one day, out of the blue, I got the email saying, thank you for applying. You are approved as a seller. And I was so happy. I was beyond over the moon happy with that. And I was nervous. I was nervous right after that. I got the answer I wanted. I was excited about the answer I got. But then I realized, holy moly, I now need to schedule my onboarding, and I need to schedule a live show. And like I said, I have no social media during this time, and I've never really posted my face on anything, because I just, kept my head down and grinded and listed and sold, and I didn't really have any interest in being in front of the camera. And so I came to the realization that now I needed to do that I was going to be needing to do that. And so they immediately sent me a link where I needed to schedule my onboarding. And I wasn't sure what it was. I thought, oh my goodness, and they really don't explain it very well, what it is that you're going to be doing. I thought it was going to be maybe one-on-one or a small group, or they were going to ask me more questions. Maybe I really wasn't approved. Maybe this is how they were going to keep, qualifying me. So I went ahead and prepared for it. I did research on whatnot, which I really didn't have to. I kind of felt like it was like a job interview. And I tried to prepare for it and whatnot, and it wasn't that. Okay, so then I scheduled my onboarding. I went to my onboarding day. I had my notebook. I was dressed nice, did my makeup and everything, thinking that, oh, maybe this is going to be another deciding factor whether I was going to be official or not. But it was anything like that. It was me and 75 other people, with one person doing like a Zoom meeting. And the person was just talking and going through a PowerPoint presentation and just telling you kind of what they were expecting and what they needed from you, and a little bit about the platform, and a little bit about selling and their rules and policies and what's allowed and what's not allowed. And it was a very straightforward. But you did need to pay attention. They told you that at the beginning. You need to pay attention because there's going to be questions at the end that will unlock you to be able to sell, to be able to schedule your first show or not. And so I paid attention. I took notes, like a little good student I am. And after the whole thing, like, you could see everybody else, like you have to turn on your camera because I think they want to validate that you are who you are. But your microphone was turned off. You couldn't comment, you couldn't say anything, but you could see everybody else that was in your little group. And I did recognize some people from social media and whatnot that I follow. So I was really excited. I was like fangirling over them. And I was really excited about it. And then afterwards, like 3/4 of the way down, they say, okay, you're going to get a link to a survey. Once you do the survey, you will be authorized to schedule your first live. And when I got the survey, the onboarding was still going on. Girl, I just put out my phone and I started doing the survey as you know, the host was still talking. And it asked some questions about, you know, whatnot, about the material that she had covered. And I answered them. And then immediately said, yeah, you're going to get a message within 24 hours stating that you have access now to schedule your first live. For me, I was still on the onboarding call. I was still on the meeting, and I got the message within 10 minutes of sending that survey, saying, yeah, you are now approved and authorized to schedule your first live. And they want you to schedule your first live within 2 weeks. Okay, you have to schedule it. You don't necessarily need to have it within the 2 weeks, but they want you to schedule it. And I just figured, let's just jump in with both feet into the deep end, because I didn't want to have second doubts. I didn't want to get cold feet and not do it. So I just went there and then, and I scheduled my first live, which I think was like a few days after I got that message and got approved. So it has now been a couple of months, 2 or 3 months now. I have really embraced the community, and I have really tried to be a positive member of that community by supporting everyone. And I can tell you, it has been a fun ride. And definitely that ride is a roller coaster. So I'm going to continue doing more videos. I'm going to continue sharing my thoughts and ideas and everything I've learned and everything that I would advise for newcomers to do. And also to give you words of encouragement, because it is definitely a roller coaster and there's definitely all kinds of emotions. But at the end of the day, I think it's definitely an amazing community that I enjoy being a part of and I enjoy supporting. And so more videos to come on all the amazing things on Whatnot, and really all the platforms that I'm on. So see you soon, friends. Bye.